connection, better connection speed today. Well, today we have on board an invited member of the another group I lead. This is Jesus Caicedo. Jesus Caicedo, are you there?
Yes, yes, my tutor. Good afternoon. How are you
Good
today?
afternoon.
Please welcome Caicedo. Oh, okay. Well, we have a new member, the member Jesus. He's inmate from Ana Cecilia, and I decided to give him participation here in this group because the
Yes.
other group almost no one participated, and then I decided maybe I don't know what my tutor is going to say, but I gave a logical conclusion in this case. Okay.
Mm.
Well, we were talking about the topic we have voted the last session we had. You know, it was the use of must, the auxiliary verb must, and in the context of strong obligation and prohibition or logical conclusion. No?
Okay.
Did
Mm.
you remember? Okay. Well, um, this time I have a lesson prepared talking about the past perfect. Okay. So we're going to start with an introduction uh, because I want to know if you have a previous knowledge about the tense past perfect. What is the past perfect? When you can use or where when we can implement the the past perfect. Um, does any one of you know or has a previous knowledge about the past perfect? Does anyone know or does anyone has previous knowledge about the past perfect? Yes,
They use the past have.
the past perfect. Oh, no? Okay,
Okay.
not the present perfect, the past perfect.
Es con
Has,
el pasado del verbo have.
Yes, and
eh, for example, I has been, no?
mm,
Past perfect is we have, auxiliary
okay,
have.
past perfect.
I have go. I have,
Yes,
I has been. Como traducción, yo he estado. O yo fui. Yo he ido. Ah, sí, creo que. No, eso no es. This is sin past perfect.
past perfect. Let's make an explanation, a short explanation. The past perfect is formed by the auxiliary had, and well, just take a minute. Please welcome to welcome to Erling. Erling is trying to
Teacher.
communicate with us. This is Erling. How are you? Erling, how are you? Okay, hi, Erling. Erling, could you please turn down a little your microphone in order not to receive some feedback from this class? Okay. Well, Herling, we were
Teacher.
talking about the topic today. Yes, yes. Okay, I'm all ears. Cindy, do you want to tell me something, or Shirley,
Me, teacher,
or Ana
Shirley.
Cecilia?
Shirley. Teacher?
Okay, Shirley.
Okay.
Yes.
And structure for the past perfect, teacher? Teacher?
Yes, the form of the past perfect.
Okay.
Yes, I was just about to explain.
Okay. Subject, auxiliary had, modal verbs, impacts, and complete, teacher. For example, he had learning English.
But well, not so well, not so okay. For example, is the past perfect is almost the same that the present perfect. You know, the only difference is that the auxiliary verb in this case have is written in past in a simple past form had, and the verb as in the present perfect is written in past participle form. Okay. And for example, I'm going to show or say an example. I had already been in my job when when you stopped by. Okay. For example, I can say that I already in this form. I had already already finished my job, job when you stop by. Okay, this is I had already finished my job when you stopped by. This is a form of the past perfect. No, see that the form of the verb in past, the verb have in past, already finished my job. Okay, a regular verb in this case with the ending of ed. And oh, I wrote a job with two J, but everyone knows that is with one J. Okay, and you can follow the idea with when, before, and after you stop by. Because the past perfect is used to explain or to describe two events in the past. No, one event first and another event that took place in after or maybe before than one event. Okay? Did you get me, guys? Did you get me?
Yes.
Well, Ana Cecilia, say something.
Yes, yes, go ahead, my teacher.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to share with you an article. I'm going to share with you a document.
Mm-hmm.
A document, or well, I would like to share with you not only a document, but uh, you well. So tell me, please, Erling, would you please to ask some question about the to address some question to our new members at the group. For example, maybe you could ask something to Cecilia in the meantime, and Caicedo, if you want to ask some question to another members, of course you can interchange questions about it. For example, we have Cindy, Shirley, Vanessa, and Ana Cecilia, and uh, people or persons that you can ask questions and can implement a dialogue with them, asking about some information that you want to know. Then I'm
Okay, okay.
gonna.
I want to participate now, my tutor. May I to participate right now?
Yes, you can ask the question to the members of this group in order to make some relationship, in order to make some.
Okay, okay. Well, first of all, I want to speak about me, about myself, about my life, and I want to tell them to Ana Cecilia, Ernesto, Shirley, Cindy, Vanessa, that I was born in Buenaventura City, and I have in the 6th semester at the university. And for me, it's very important to stay in this meeting and know different people and know different friends. So I want to know about you, about Ana Cecilia, about Herling, where do they come from, where do you come from, something like that. Okay. So if you want to tell me about it, I was waiting for this information. For me, it's important. Okay.
And Erling, you want to ask a question to Mr. Caicedo? Erling.
Or Vanessa, I want to know where do you come from, or where you were born, something like that about your life. It's important for me to know you. Okay. Sorry, I believe that I can speak with more fast. I want to try to speak more slowly because it's
Caicedo,
maybe that.
Caicedo, excuse me, perhaps they're having some trouble with the communication. That's why you can hear them uh, right now. Okay. Well, Caicedo, no, thank you for your intervention. I'm going to share with you a video with all of you, a video uh, about the past perfect. Okay. So let's
All
see
right.
the past perfect. Let's see if we can hear the past perfect. Which happened. I don't see the audio here.
Hi, teacher and partners. How are you today,
Yes.
teacher?
Hi.
Sorry, I am in class to, right now, teacher. So I am hearing you that not very well, right?
Okay, okay,
I am working. I am trying to stay on class, teacher. Thanks.
okay. I appreciate that. I appreciate that too much. Thank you for your effort. Anyway, are you watching the videos?
Yes, I watched the video.
Mm,
British Council videos.
I'm going to repeat
Teacher, can you send the link, please?
the. Um, Herling, what do you want to know?
So, can you send the link?
The link? What?
Yes,
The link of the video?
yes.
Okay, I'm gonna send the link. I'm gonna send. Yes, I'm going to write the link or copy to paste the link on the chat box so you can, because I'm having some trouble with the volume, so you can see the link available of this class. What happened? Well, I'm going to reproduce the video. I don't see. Well, I'm gonna miss the train because he had overslept. First, he was overslept, then he missed the train. He missed the train because he had overslept. He overslept, he missed the train. Well, this is what past perfect try to fit in the context of two actions that take that took place in the past. But the first, but the first had to took in places, and the second uh, action uh, took place in the the past. No, yeah, and or I'm going to. He didn't get a table at the restaurant because he had forgotten to put one. Hmm? Okay. Are you watching this video? Guys?
Yes.
Yes, sir. I'm
Okay.
watching.
In first place, he forgot to book the table, then he didn't get a table at the restaurant. No? Two actions in the past that took place. Okay? Well, also we and, can see another video. Let me see. Past perfect. Let's see this video. Oh, past perfect. Okay. Yes. Okay. Well, guys, what did you think about the past perfect lesson? This past perfect lesson. This one was better than the one I played before, no? Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Well, any anyone of anyone wants to make a um, or want to initiate a conversation about the past perfect,
Yes.
or we can pass to another exercise. Okay, let's see this video past perfect simple for experiences.
Okay.
In that way, you can be organizing your ideas about something you want to say. Okay. Yes. Okay. Guys, do you want to see the past perfect story with Mar Anthony
Mm.
performance? I don't know who created that.
Perfect.
Okay. Well, guys, what do you think about, or what did you think about the video? It's a, it's an interesting way to learn about the perfect, past perfect, and we can be this afternoon, see watching the videos about the past perfect. Okay, I hope that you get, or that you get the idea when to use the past perfect. Okay. And you can use either the regular verbs and irregular verbs on the past perfect. Okay. I would like to. I would like that Ana Cecilia or Caicedo or Erling or Chile or Cindy or Vanessa would share with us about her experiences with the past perfect before this class. So, Ana Cecilia, go ahead. I would like to hear you. What do you have to say about the past perfect um, form?
Okay.
Mhm.
I had studied English before you moved to Colombo.
Yes.
Eh, have you studied English before you moved to other country?
Okay.
Or
That's
you
right.
I had no study French before you moved
Mhm.
moving to other country.
For example. In your case, Ana Cecilia, you can tell, or you can say, I had never been to Greece before. When I got my first trip uh, to Greece. Okay,
Yes, in Greece.
okay, that's right.
Mm,
Or you
eh,
can
when
tell, you
what
can say
English?
also, I had never had such an experience like that before in my life. Okay.
Okay.
Well, Caicedo, what can you tell us about your experience with the past perfect?
Teacher, about my experience about the present perfect
Past
in
perfect.
my life.
Past perfect. Yes. Something
Okay.
you had never done in your past, or such an experience that you had never been through in the past, and you can complete in a sentence, of course, in a past perfect.
Okay. And teacher, do you want to? Well, teacher, the question I going to try to explain about these things, or I'm going to speak about my
No,
experience.
you can include I would like that you include some experience in your life, but to into the past perfect sentence. Okay. For example, I could say when I had already finished my high school when I got into the army, por ejemplo, ¿no? Yo había finalizado mi preuniversitario eh, antes de iniciarme en el servicio militar, ¿right? Something like that. Or I can say, yes. Go ahead, Caicedo. Well, Caicedo,
Yeah.
I'm going to leave you thinking your idea. Okay, Herling, what about you? What do you have to tell me about the past perfect? Herling? Well, Herling, it seems that we connect. Yes, Shirley. What about you? I would like to know about your experience with the past perfect tense. Shirley.
And I am teacher. And is the in is the moment teacher.
Yeah.
I have been listening to your class,
Okay.
and I have never seen a story funny but interesting.
Okay. That's right. Great.
Okay.
Excellent from you, Shirley. And Cindy, what do you have to tell us about your past perfect experience? Cindy, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, teacher. For
Okay.
example, I had won the exam of English.
Okay, that's good. And what about you, Vanessa? Vanessa,
Tell me, teacher.
yes, I would like to know about your experience in past perfect. Make a sentence in past perfect.
I had studied proficient in English.
I had studied
Proficient
from
in,
begin
in English.
from begin desde el comienzo.
Before.
For example, you can say I had studied English before entered this English course. Okay,
Okay.
that's right. Please repeat. I had studied English before I entered this class online or online class. Okay, so Caicedo, tell me about you. Did you complete your idea, Caicedo? Mr. Caicedo?
Yeah, okay, then. Thank you, teacher. Well, I'm going to explain about this topic. For example, she had finished her homework right now. She had finished her homework right now. This is one example about the topic. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, guys, you know the whole thing about um, the past perfect. So we can use or we can see another video. Let's see that video. I found this interesting. This video I'm going to share with you. Yes, earlier past action, past action. Okay, okay, okay. Mm, mm, mm. And I'm going to stop this video, and I'm going to stop share this screen with you, and we're we're going to talk about the contraction. You know, you can contract the auxiliary verb had. You know, using the apostrophe and the letter D. Okay, and for example, did you notice how to he had already, no? He had already. But you can say he'd already had a son before, okay? He'd already had a son before. Ella tenía un niño antes, ¿no?
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, you can use a contraction in the past perfect, and also you can use the simple past form in the second action that took place in the past. Okay, you want to describe two actions in the past. Of course, you can't describe the two actions simultaneously. Uh, so that way you can give first a sequence, for example, first one event and a second event taking that taken place taken place in the past too. Okay. Um, well, I would like to share with you another document I had. Let me see if I can share this document. Okay, let's see this. Past perfect. Past continuous.
Ay, gracias, Amandita.
Uh, someone is watching a novel, a soap opera. I think someone is watching. Uh, well, let's see. Okay, I have this. Um, well, guys, well, I'm going to share with you uh, some explanation about past perfect. Okay? Uh, perhaps, mm, well, ways to say it. And we're going to do some kind of game, okay? We're going to share this exercise, uh,
Okay.
exercise about the past perfect, okay? In the ways to say it from, well, well, ways to say it. For example, one form to ask a question uh, when you uh, when you want to answer, when you want to know how to use the past perfect, no, is the following way. Well, the following way, I could ask you, I could ask you, what made you decide to go into, for example, what made you decide, in my case, you can ask me, teacher, what made you decide to come to Colombia? No? What made you decide to do this job? Or what made you decide to marry so young? or what made you decide to change your careers? Okay. Um, when you see that question, what made you decide? It's supposed, or I guess, or you should answer this question with a past perfect. In that case, well, I'd always wanted to be a doctor, even as a small child. My mother was a doctor, and so was my grandfather. No. In the second, what made you decide to drive a truck? And listen, the answer. I just finished high school and I needed a job. And I never been anywhere outside of my hometown. No, anywhere outside my hometown. And what made you decide to change careers? I've been working at the same job for 15 years, and one day I just woke up and said enough. Okay, and uh, guys, we suppose that we are into a profession or major in a school subject or take up a sport or leisure activity. Okay, and I'm going to ask you what made you decide to go into business for yourself. For example, in that case, Cindy, what made you decide to go into business for yourself? Cindy, are you listening me? And Shirley, what about you? What made you decide to major in English? Hmm? And you can start your answer. Well, I'd always heard. I'd just taken a course. I'd lived in a small town since, or I'd been thinking about it for. Well, guys, I want to hear you. Caicedo, what made you decide to do the work that you are involved nowadays? And Vanessa, what made you decide to major in English or to enter this course? This course, okay. Well,
Teacher,
yes.
can you repeat the question, please?
The question, well,
Yes.
what made you decide to major in this course of English?
Tengo una duda.
Yes.
Eh, ¿Qué me hizo decidir?
Claro,
¿Sí? ¿Qué me hizo decidir ingresar a este curso de inglés?
sí, claro, of course.
Yes.
And you can start the answer with the following terms that I guess that you're watching on your screen, because I'm sharing the screen. For example, you can say, well, I'd always heard, well, I'd just taken a course, well, I'd lived in a small town since, or well, I'd been thinking about it for. But, or another start of the conversation that you can imagine by yourself, okay? Well, I'm gonna give you an example. For example, if you ask me, Ernesto, what made you decide to come to Colombia? Well, I'd always heard that Colombia is a beautiful country, and at first I wanted to move to USA, but when I got here to Colombia, I decided to stay here because I was given a good welcome by the Colombians, and I saw that I could improve my English and study English and become and to become teacher. Okay, this is my reason why I came to Colombia. No, or the reasons that made me to come to Colombia. Okay. What about you, Ana Cecilia? What about you, Early? What about you, Vanessa? What about you, Cindy? And what about you, Shirley? I know that you
Okay,
are
teacher.
beautiful people that uh, are preparing your explanation about this question. What made you decide to study English? What made you decide uh, to marry John? Or what made you decide to start working as young, start working early in your life, or what made you decide to take a vacation trip? No, and I'm waiting for your answers, guy.
Okay,
I see
because
that you. Yes, yes. Okay, Aunt Cecilia.
yes, because uh, this language is universal. Universal. My desire to learn this language and to be able to travel and teach
Okay.
a language and other course, another course about art and in public.
Okay.
For this
Well,
reason, I
yes.
have been I have been or I have take this decision.
Okay, Cecilia, thank you for your taking part in this conversation. It's so kind of you being with us this afternoon, and as always, you're being so kind. Well, and Shirley,
Teacher.
what made you decide to
Okay.
to have a family of your own? Well, tell us or share with us your reasons about your decision.
About learning English, teacher.
No, well,
Okay. Oh,
yes,
teacher.
about the English,
Okay.
but no, what made you decide to have a family of your own? Maybe you fell in love with a man of your life, and you could see that you uh, could have some possibilities to form a family in the future. No,
My family about I
no,
don't start the
no. What made you
other
decide to
other
start
sentences.
a family on your own? And in English, Shirley, what made you decide to start your family by your own? Okay, you don't have any son of daughter, Shirley?
Teacher. Repeat
Huh?
repeat the sentence, teacher.
Okay, what
Please.
made you decide to have a family of your own? Okay?
Wrong.
Hmm? You don't know how to answer that question. For example, you can say, teacher, I had never before met such a nice guy like my boyfriend or husband. No? I had never met before such a great guy. So I think with this guy, I could form a family. And I think to stay with him for all my life. This is the answer. Simple answer. Okay, Shirley? Shirley, are you married or single?
Single teacher.
Ah, single. Ah, well, but I guess that you have a boyfriend, no? Or
Yes, teacher.
maybe. Okay. And what made you decide to have no, to have a family for your own? No. And what made you decide to stay with your boyfriend? Okay, give me some backgrounds or give us some backgrounds. Not so. I don't want that you talk about your private life. Only superficial. Only give us some information, but you know,
Mhm.
what do
I,
you have to say?
I have a teacher.
But in past perfect.
Mm.
For example, you can say, I had never been falling in love with falling in love. Um, I had never been falling in love with a person before, like I'm falling in love with my boyfriend. ¿Ok? Nunca había estado enamorado de una persona antes como lo estoy enamorado ahora de mí. ¿Ah? ¿Ok?
Okay.
Well,
Okay, teacher. Other example.
okay,
Okay.
use your imagination. Well,
Okay.
Surely.
Please,
No.
I
We
have.
can stop.
Okay.
We can stop here for the moment. And what about Cindy? I know that Cindy has her family, her own family. I know that she has two kids. You
Teacher.
know, Cindy,
Teacher.
Cindy.
Teacher.
Ah, Cindy
No,
and
Shirley.
Shirley.
Shirley. Other sentence. I have other
Another
sentence.
sentence. No. We can. No. Okay, refresh yourself because I know that your hard drive maybe got into shock. Okay. Well, Cindy, we would like to hear about you, Cindy. You have been so quiet in this class, or you're having, or probably are you having some problem with your connection today? And what about Vanessa? Vanessa, you have been so quiet. Express yourself. I want that you interrupt me to say something, Vanessa, because sometimes I think that you aren't there. You know, Vanessa, ask me a question in a past perfect. Okay. Ask me, teacher, what you decide to live in Buenaventura? What made you decide to live in Buenaventura? Caicedo, what about you? What made you decide to live in Buenaventura? Caicedo,
Oh,
now you
yes.
want to know about why I
Sorry.
decided to live here in Buenaventura?
All
So,
right.
okay, talk by yourself and between yourself and talk to each other. I want uh, to make some interactions to enrich this class because you're my students. You're a good students. Are punctual people. And what about Ana Cecilia? Ana Cecilia,
Hola.
what made you decide to raise a dog in your house? To raise a she dog, no? You told me that your dog was a she dog.
Dog? No,
Yes. No? She dog or a dog? What is your dog? A she dog or a dog? A female or male dog?
I am the same. A dog.
A
Dog?
dog? A male
A dog.
dog, no?
Yes, no dog.
Ah, a male dog. I thought it was or it was a female dog. Well, it seems to me I get the ideas, the information confused on my head. Well, for example, Ana Cecilia and Shirley and Vanessa and Cindy and Caicedo ask questions between or ask question each other. I want to hear you. I want to hear all of you asking question. For example, Vanessa, you can ask Caicedo. Caicedo, what made you decide to leave, or what made you decide to make to form a family? Caicedo, you can ask Shirley. Shirley, why you haven't still get married? Okay, and Shirley, you can ask Cindy. Cindy, what made you decide to raise your child by your own with your husband? And Cindy can ask Ana Cecilia. Ana Cecilia, what made you decide to have a dog? And 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 Vanessa want to share with us some experiences. Vanessa, do you have some how do we say that? Some mascota. How do we say mascota in English? Pet, no? No, pet, no.
Pet.
Ah,
Pet.
yes. Do you have some?
Pet. Pet.
Vanessa, do you have some pet? Hmm? Vanessa, 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 we're waiting for your answer. Do you have some pets, Vanessa? Do you have any pet on your house? Well, Cindy, do you have some pets on your house? Cindy. And Shirley, do you have some pets on your house? What do you like to have in your house? Maybe cats, maybe dogs, maybe piggy.
I don't like the animals.
Ah, you don't like animals? Okay. So you're against Animal Planet channel. You're against, okay? And what in your case, Shirley, what is your hobby? Tell me about your hobby, your principal hobby.
Principal, what? Teacher?
Hobby, hobby.
Hobby.
Yes, hobby. Preferred activity in your leisure
Oh,
time.
okay, I then um
Your
the
hobby,
principal.
maybe you collect some, you have collection of, big collection of dolls or another activity.
Hmm, maybe I like um, reading teacher, reading book.
Reading book, okay, this is a
Yes,
great
teacher.
hobby. And what made you decide to have that hobby? Tell me, what made you decide to have that hobby?
No
You
listen,
can
teacher.
tell me.
Repeat, please, teacher.
What made you decide to have what made you decide to have reading a book as a hobby?
Okay, I have I had been reading um, uh, person, your name is Mario Benetti.
Okay. For example, you can tell me in a past participle, in a past perfect form. I had never I had never read a book like the ones that Mario, ¿cómo es? Mario
Benetti.
Benedetti, like the ones that Benedetti wrote before. O sea, nunca he leído unos libros como los que Mario Benedetti escribió antes. Eso puede ser tu respuesta. Nunca había, porque acuérdate que estamos hablando de past perfect. Okay? I had never read such an interesting books as the ones that wrote Benedetti. Nunca había leído antes. I had never read before such an interesting books like the ones that Benedetti wrote. Okay? Nunca había leído libros nunca había leído libros tan interesantes como los que escribió Benedetti. That's the answer. Okay? I had never. Remember that we are talking about past perfect form, and you have when I ask you a question on what made you decide, you have to answer in past perfect form. Huh? And in the past perfect form are two activities, no, in the past.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question, Ana Cecilia. Ana Cecilia,
Hello.
your hobby is raise your dog or another hobby? You have another hobby? Well, I know that you like to travel too much, um, because you once were in Greece.
Yes.
What about your other hobby? Do you like to read?
Yes, I like to read bicycle,
Yes.
or I like to bicycle, or I like to,
You like to ride a bicycle, no? Ride a
yes,
bike. No, the same as
uh,
me. I have a mountain bike, and on the weekends I
yes,
go out there. I'm going to share some pictures about me, you know. But no, and yes, to ride a bicycle. And what made you decide
yes.
to choose riding bike as your principal, or one of your principal no, hobbies? Yes, one of your principal hobbies. What made you decide?
Principal, I,
Well, I had never. You can answer that question. I had never felt so healthy, before. No, I had never felt so healthy before uh, riding bike. Nunca me había sentido tan saludable antes de
yes,
montar bicicleta. ¿Está bien?
yes,
This is one example. You can use an example by your own, okay? By your
okay,
inspiration, by your thoughts. And
yes.
Cindy,
It's really,
Cindy,
really nice
well,
to remain and to her. I like
yes, I know.
to
But
eat.
for Ana Cecilia, I would like that you to start the answer with a past perfect phrase. Ana Cecilia, are you watching my screen? Are you watching the screen now? You shared the screen that I shared, that I just recently shared. You can start your answer with I'd always wanted to ride bike. I'd always wanted to feel healthy by
Okay,
riding bike. I just taken uh, I just taken a course on how to ride bike. I
okay,
lived in a small town. This is a one since I
okay,
was born. and I wanted to be out of town. Okay.
Yeah, really like
Are
to
you
try
watching the?
again in
Are
the
you?
number.
Yes. Are you reading the answers?
Yes, really.
Okay.
Really
The
answer.
answer or the start of the answer. No, I had always heard. I'd just taken a course. I lived in a small town since. I'd been thinking about it for. Hmm?
Yes.
For example, you can say I've been thinking about it for long years, uh, for many years, but recently I decided to start that activity. Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, guys. And Cindy, what about you? Since I left you questions about your family, I think that you've been hidden from the group. You don't want to share the, the your ideas with us. And what about you, Erling? Erling, I forgot to mention you before, so probably you won't have some skate to this class. Erling, tell me.
No, teacher, just I just listening.
Okay, yes, I know that you were
Yeah,
listening. Are you watching the screen that I shared?
yes, teacher. Yes.
Okay. Well, the question is to answer in past perfect. One question would is one ideal question is what made you decide, no,
Uh-huh.
to do such an activity, no, the activity of your own. Do you have some favorite leisure activities?
Sorry, teacher. Leisure.
Favorite leisure activities. Do you have
Teacher, sorry, I don't know what is leisure.
leisure actividades en tu tiempo libre?
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Esa.
Uh, my favorite activity is painting, teacher. I love painting, teacher.
Painting.
Yes,
So you have a collection of drawings in your house.
yes, in my house. Um,
Okay. And this is
wh- yeah.
uh, an interesting.
When I have free time, because
Yes.
I'm working every day.
Okay. Well,
Mhm.
Erling, and what made you decide to choose that activity as your favorite?
Teacher, because I like the colors, and
Yes.
yes, and when I was in Cartagena,
Yes.
I make one painting and sold it.
Mm.
Yes, for the money. No, but I like is
No. Okay. And you can tell if you want to ask to answer that question in past perfect form. You can tell us or you can share with us. Teacher, I had never been
pink.
uh, or had never felt uh, so relaxed as I feel right now.
Yes.
¿Mm? O sea, puede decir,
Nunca me
no,
había sentido tan
estoy tan
relajado.
relajado doing such an activity, no? I had never felt so relaxed doing such an activity before in my life. No?
Mhm. Yes.
This is the answer that you should give, or you should share with your partners or your inmates. Okay.
Pick, o sea,
And what about Cindy? I would like to. Does anyone know what about Cindy? Cindy, I hope for your answer to the question about raising your family by your own. Cindy probably lost the connection with us. And Shirley, are you there? Vanessa, are you there? Vanessa? Okay, Shirley, I'm listening to you. And Vanessa? Vanessa? Well, Vanessa probably, or she seems to have some problem. Well, Shirley, you told me that you liked the Mario Benedetti's books. Benedetti is one of your favorite artists? Artists, no, writers. Shirley?
Okay, teacher. I like only you for driver. It's about uh, um, um, you for the truth, teacher.
Okay. And Ana Cecilia or Caicedo. Caicedo, are you there?
Yes, teacher, I'm here.
Okay, Caicedo, and tell me your opinion about your favorite leisure activity.
Okay, well, I want to explain and to give another example about topic.
Yes.
For example, um, I want to know another countries, but
Yes.
I had never gone to any another country, as my brother has gone. You know,
Oh,
this is for yeah. For
yes.
example, I want to know another country, another place. You
Okay.
know,
Yes.
yeah.
Well, this is so your favorite activity would be traveling around the world, no?
Yes, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You'll be right. You'll be right.
Well, and what made you decide to travel around the world? Tell me.
Yeah, maybe I want to travel to Nigeria, to Jamaica, another country from Africa or Asia or Europe. You know,
Oh,
I I had never gone to United States because I don't like this country. I don't know why the reason, but I prefer go to another country. Okay?
oh,
Yeah.
okay. This is an interesting answer from you.
teacher,
And yes,
um,
yes, sir.
la
Go ahead.
compañera Cindy y Vanessa no tienen problema con el micrófono.
She's having. Yes,
Sí, yes.
I suppose that she was having some problem. No, it's a shame. But anyway, we can continue. Um, well, we are finishing this class unless you want to continue for 15 minutes more or
Thank you
are you
very
agree to continue expressing your ideas or what?
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Do you want to finish your activity? Well, I hope the next class you you be more no no listen students, I'm not angry with all of you. You know, I know that sometimes the class have a lot energy. You know, the people, the integrants of the or the members of this group, um, have a good environment, and sometimes we speak too much, and sometimes we speak less. Okay, so I wasn't angry at that time, but sometimes I speak some hard, in order to have you making question, making interruptions. I don't I don't worry about that because the classes have a better performance or development. So excuse me for being some rude this time, and have a nice evening. And I want to thank to all the members of this group and the others that came invited by me from the other group and were available in this class. So I wish you the best for the weekend, and I wish you to share with your family special moments, and of course, we're going to say bye. Does any one of you? I want to hear each one of you telling something, making
Teacher,
some good wishes. Yes, yes, dedicating good wishes.
I have a problem with this our teacher
Okay,
because I
okay.
am working.
No, I know, Erling. I know that you had you had make great you have made a great effort for being here, and I appreciate a lot to you that question. Shirley, do you want to make some farewells words or to dedicate some farewell words? Or Vanessa, do you want to say something? I know that Cindy has some her microphone out of order. Does any one of you want to say something? Well, if you don't want to say something or say or dedicate some words to the finish of this class,
Okay,
we're going to, yes,
yes, teacher. Always is a pleasure for me because I want learning, and the better form is talking. Yes,
yes.
and I wish a great day for you.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Well, bye. So bye, and have a great weekend. Okay. I wish you the best.